How to create a music event that sells out fast. Let's get into the video. So, firstly, you've got your event planning. You've got to figure out what type of event you want to throw. Is it an over 18s event? What genre is it going to be? Is it going to be techno, trance, house? Once you've identified this, you can identify your target audience. You should already have a built brand with a good logo. This is essential in this day and age. Don't forget to do this. Use tools such as Canva to get started. Next, we've got have an online presence. Like I said, this is absolutely essential, where you can share the artist you're going to book. That means any potential customers are going to see your video. If they like the DJ, then they'll probably go and buy a ticket for your event. And you can also post mixes or label releases on platforms such as SoundCloud. This lets the fans get a taste of your music beforehand. So that means that before they go to your event, they're going to know everything about it, basically. They're going to know the exact music you play, the exact vibe, the exact atmosphere, and then they're going to feel comfortable enough to buy a ticket off you, hopefully. The next stage is venue outreach. So to secure a venue for your event, you need to actually go out and look for one. I would recommend using Google Maps to find your venue. You can just go to your local area, have a wee look around, and then if you know any venues as well, then that's even better. Try to go on their website. A lot of them have their own website, some of them don't. But they'll definitely have at least a Facebook and an email. So go to anything like that, get in touch with them, and you can ask them questions like how much it costs, what time you can use, and the venue capacity. And that's very, very important to figure that out as well. That's why it's also important to have a built brand, since this will look so much better when you outreach to the venue. They don't want to take a chance on any new person usually. They want someone that knows exactly what they're doing, someone that can bring them customers, someone that's reliable and that's not going to make the venue look bad. So if you come in with confidence and you're professional, then that'll be even better to get in a venue. You must also make sure that you set up a time to see the venue as well, because obviously you need to see it in person if you're going to throw an event. So next, you need to go see the venue. When you go see the venue, it's extremely important to have confidence. So that means know what you're talking about, know the DJs you're going to book, know the times that you want. Just be absolutely clear when you're talking to them. This is what I want. This is my vision. If they've got anything that they can tell you about the venue, any equipment that they have, you've got to ask all those questions. Sometimes venues supply stuff for you, and sometimes they don't. You might, for example, they might not have DJ decks, and then you need to go and hire DJ decks from somebody. So you've just got to make sure everything about the venue. Also, if the venue can provide the type of event you're looking to run, whether that's outdoors or indoors, if the capacity is enough and if it is a suitable location, so that means it's easy for people to attend. If your event is in the absolute middle of nowhere, then how are people going to get there? They need to get a bus, they need to get a lift, like a car. There's so many different ways that people can get there, so just make sure that your venue is actually a place that someone can reach. Once you negotiate with the venue, you've got a venue that you like, and then you can set up a date. So that means make sure that there's no other similar events on that date, guys. Make sure of that, because I've made that mistake before. Sometimes you can do an event on the same day as an other bigger event, and then everyone's going to go to that one instead of going to your event. So make sure that you've actually checked the calendar, you've went out on all the event platforms and checked that it's a completely free day for that sort of event, and then just go for it and book it. Next up, we've got the event artwork. So this is absolutely essential, guys, for your event. So once a suitable venue has been selected and a date, then you can start on the artwork. Firstly, you need an event artwork that has all the details of the event on it. So that means your logo, date, time, and who the headliner is going to be. Be clear about that, because when people go to look at your artwork, that is all the information that they have for the night. And you don't want your customers, whoever's going, to get confused. You want them to know exactly when it is, what time, and all that stuff. So if there are a few ways you can make your artwork. The first way would be you can make it for free. There's a lot of tools out these days, so you can use AI tools to make animations and videos that's a very good method. And AI is quite cheap. Some of them do cost like a monthly subscription. The same goes for software like Canva and Photoshop. But that means that you need to sort of know what you're doing with graphic design and AI. So if you're not good at that, I would recommend hiring a freelancer on websites such as Fiverr, or finding a graphic designer on social media, like on Instagram or any other social media. Basically, there's always freelancers out there, so just make sure you type in graphic designer for the sort of event that you want to throw. There's so many out there that you can go to. This will actually cost a lot more than if you were to do it yourself, but if you're not too confident in your own abilities, I would highly recommend doing this. You want your artwork to be extremely professional and to the highest quality. You can pay more to these people to make you an animation as well. But with AI, it's a bit easier now to get animations made. I used to pay like £300 for an animation before AI was released, and that was an original animation basically. Um, but now it's so simple these days. So just make sure that you just get the best option out there for you. Um, the animation makes it cool because it's got an alive element to it. So I would recommend doing that as well as getting the highest quality, because it's a lot more shareable when it's like that. Also, make sure to have this on point to the highest professional standard you can possibly get, because this is the face of your event. So anyone that stumbles upon your event is going to see this. So this could be the make or break for someone buying a ticket or not. Digital marketing. So now we have our artwork. Your job is to hype up your event, marketing it to the max. There are a few ways we can do this. One of the best ways is to assemble a PR team. This is basically when you get loads of influencers into a group chat, you can give them content to share and you give them a custom ticket link. So that means they take a percentage of each sale that they make. This not only gives you a lot of exposure, but gets you sales in the process. You can also make your own posts to gain exposure by sharing the artist's videos, or by creating your own unique viral content, and then you can put paid ads on it, and then you can put the paid ads to wherever the event is. That's also a very good strategy as well. Another method you can take is by running a competition, and everybody loves to get something for free. So this is an absolutely great method to get yourself out there. In exchange for someone liking and sharing your event, for example, they get free tickets to the event, a bar tab, and a queue jump. So that's an extremely good way to give out some stuff for free. You'll be also need to pay a wee bit for it for the bar tab and stuff, for example. But it's a really good way to get some exposure, get people sharing it, and it just gets some hype around the event. Next, you've got to choose a ticket platform. There's loads of ticket platforms out there. There's Ticketmaster, Skiddle, Eventbrite. Those are some of the big ones. But there's loads and loads out there that you can work with. Obviously, you've got to create your event on there. It goes live. You can like schedule it and stuff like that. But you got to make sure all the details are correct. Don't put the wrong date or anything like that, because that's really going to affect your event and you're going to need to do refunds and stuff. So make sure that all the details are correct, people know what it is, and it's just simple and clear to read and understand. And also on this website is where you can get the custom ticket link made for the PR team, which I just mentioned there. And that means you can just give it to them and then they've got their own custom things to tell them their percentage and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a very good method to take. This is how you make your money. So make sure everything is priced correctly so that you're making profit. That is absolutely important, because it's not, this is a business. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not in it to not make profit or to lose money. So make sure you've calculated it beforehand, got done like an Excel spreadsheet and stuff, and you've actually calculated the profit according to the capacity, how much you've spent on marketing, the venue, and like the artist booking and stuff like that. The ticket price should always just be cheaper at the start. So like the early bird prices, this means that there's a lot of hype at the start. People are buying it, buying it, buying it, and then like once the tickets obviously run low, you increase the price steadily as you go on. This just builds up hype and obviously just means that you make more money. So you've got to work closely as well with the ticket platform. I've done this loads of times. It really helps your event. having a relationship with the ticket platform. Sometimes they can feature your event, like put it on their homepage, and they just like push you more on that platform. So yeah, make sure you're just open with them, emailing them, stuff like that. Next is in-person marketing. So now that all the online sides should be taken care of, it's time to get yourself out in the public to print out flyers, put up posters, billboards, anything you can do to get your event out there. The more the better, because this just gets in people's heads, gets in their mind. So like when the weekend does roll around, and if like they're just walking about in like wherever the event is, and they see your event and just want to go, then they'll just do it because they've seen your event like literally all week. So that means, yeah, it's just a great way to also get them online and then in person as well. So another great method is the QR code that's connected to the ticket link. Just make sure that that's on the posters or on the flyers. So if a potential customer sees it, they can scan it, and then that will take them right to your website where they can purchase a ticket. Make sure to do this all around the location of the event, wherever the town is or city, as this will catch the eye of people who can attend easily. So people that live nearby are all going to see that and then think of your event, spread the word, maybe get their friends to come and stuff like that. So this is essential. The digital marketing will take care of it for people who are not local and willing to travel. So that means that you've got both areas covered. So you've got the people that live around the event and then the rest of the world that are seeing it online. So it's actually the perfect formula to sell an event fast. Ask to promote inside the venue so that anyone who attends that venue, even for other events, sees your event. It's just more exposure, guys. Like, we want as much as we can get. And if someone's in there going to another event and they see your event and they already go to that venue and they're familiar with it, then they've got a high chance of coming to your event as well. So the day of the event, so you just put in all the hard graft over however long that you've planned to market your event and stuff like that. All the stuff should be in full swing, both the digital and in person. You should either be doing that yourself or having a team to run that all for you, and then hopefully you'll be on final release tickets. Don't worry if you've not sold out. There've been plenty of times where I haven't, and then on the day I've sold loads of tickets. So just don't worry about that. Don't keep looking at your tickets and stuff. Just carry on with your day, keep on the ball, and the tickets will sell. There's plenty of money, like I said, to be made on the day, and even when the event starts, usually you've got like a few hours where people can still attend, and then there's like a close to the tickets. So, so yeah, there's plenty of opportunity there. Just make sure that you've got your transportation for the artists from the airport to the hotel. The artist will usually have an artist rider, so that means that you'll need to get them everything they need so they can perform properly. They might need some waters, they might need some specific DJ decks to play on. So just make sure that you're looking after them. Like I said, don't stress and just keep up to date with your staff and the venue if you need to make sure everything's going smoothly. Event aftermath. So you should be really proud of yourself if you've actually followed through with your first event. It takes risk, it takes guts, and yeah, huge respect because it's not easy by any means. Like, you do risk your own money, and there's a chance that no one will come at all, to be honest. I would recommend taking videos during the event, also photos as well, because this will come in really handy for building up your brand and then content later down the line. Remember to always keep the momentum going though. Keep uploading mixes, keep uploading content, and then start planning your next event in like the next few months, and then that'll be you sorted. Hey guys, that is the video today. I want you to please like and subscribe. That would really help me out. And I'm doing one-to-one coaching as well. So if you want to check the description, if you need any advice on how to run events or just DJing advice in general, then I'm here to help. And then check out my links as well for more free digital products that you can learn from. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video.